Everyone. In this video, we are going to start a new concept inside the conditional construct, that is switch statement. Previous videos we have learned different types of problems and different concepts of if-else statement. Now in this we will know about the switch statement. What is switch? Let us see here. Switch. Actually, just you do practical at your home. In your mobile, just type *121#. Many of you have tried this concept. Type *121# and just dial. You will get that a small pop-up opens up in your mobile, and as the pop-up opens, on the top you have your mobile number and balance of your mobile and balance of your SIM. After that you have 1 for balance, 2 inquiry, 3 offers in this way, and at the bottom you have an option to input something. What do you input there? You type balance or the option. Definitely you type for balance. If you have the option 1 for the balance, then you type here 1. For inquiry you type 2. For validity and offers for 3. In this way. So what is that? That is called menu. Generally switch is used to create the menu. Okay, switch is used to create the menu, but this is a second alternative of if-else statement. But here are some limitations. First of all, we'll see the general structure of switch, and then we'll see the limitations and then programs. Getting my point? So let's start. So switch. How the switch is started? First of all, write switch, and inside it we have to use a variable. Inside it, case. We have to give different cases. Case, value 1, then here colon. This is the ratio sign, that is called colon. And then here statements. Statements, and finally break. Again we have to start a new case, value 2, statements, break. In this way you can use many cases with value 1, value 2, value 3 with different values, and finally as in the case of if else, the last condition was else. In the same way here we'll use default. Here are the statements to be executed, and then break. Finally close switch. This is the general syntax, general structure of if switch statement. Now here are the processing. First of all, the switch, as the control comes to switch, here is the variable value, here is the variable. The value of this variable is matched with different cases. If the value of variable is matched with the particular case, the control comes inside that case and all the statements written within will execute, and after that this break will keep the control out of the switch statement. Okay, suppose if this case is not matched, then the control will move to the next case. This case is not matched, then the control will move to the next case, and accordingly if no cases matches, then the control directly comes inside the default statement, and finally these statements are executed, and break takes the control out of the switch statement. This is the processing. But here are some limitations to use the switch statement. First of all, take the screenshot of this section, then I will discuss the limitations. Okay? Otherwise, just keep it here. Here is the first limitation. The variable. Here is the variable. Here comes a question that what should be the data type of this variable. Always remember, inside switch statement, only integer or integer type data variables or character type variables can be used. We can't use any boolean or any floating variables. So we can't use any floating variables with switch. Second point. In place of variable, we can't use any relational or logical operators. Only arithmetic type operators can be used. We can't use any relational or logical operators. These are the limitations. These are the limitations. We can't use any relational or logical operators. Third, now come inside case. The value to be used cannot be any floating type value. We can't use any floating value with case statement. And fourth, here in place of value we can't use any variable. Suppose someone tries, if you have to use case 1, someone tries to store 1 in I, integer type value I, and here use case I. This is not possible. We have to use only the value. We can't use any variable with case statement. Okay, always remember, in place of variable we can't use less than equal to, greater than equal to, double equal. This type of operators can't be used. Getting my point? Okay, so these limitations are very important while using the switch statements. Okay, now let us see some programs based on switch. Okay, here is the question. Write a program to check whether a number is even or odd using switch. So first of all we need a number. Suppose int I, and for remainder in this case we use j. Suppose I equal to 10, I am not using a scanner class, I am just using directly a value, because this time I have to give the concept of switch. I equal to 10, j equal to I modulus 2, now switch. What to be used here, I or j? You have to apply the condition on j that if the value of j equal to 0, that will be even, otherwise that will be odd. So the condition is based on j, so here the variable j will be used, and here use case. On which value of j the value will, this variable, the value will be even? On value of 0, so here we will write 0. Here give colon and print system.out.println even number, and then here you have to use break, and for all other values except 0 the value will be odd, so default for all other values, default system.out.println odd number, break. Okay, now close switch. Here in this program I would like to give you a concept of what happens if we don't use here break. What happens if we don't use here break? The compiler will give you the error or will get something else. So suppose I equal to 10, j equal to 10 modulus 2. If you divide 10 by 2, you will get the remainder, 2 5s are 10, remainder 0. So the value of j equal to 0. Okay, now switch j. The value of j equal to 0. 0, here is case 0, 0 and 0 matched, so it will come inside it and print even number. The question is, what will happen if there is no break? If there is no break, what will happen here if there is no break? If there is no break, after printing even number, this condition will not be matched, just the next syntax will be executed, and the execution of all the syntaxes will continue till break is not found. This happens only after the matching case. Okay, so break is used. What is the significance of break? Break is used to stop the execution of further statements. I am repeating, break is used to stop the execution, or you can also say to terminate the execution of further statements after the matching case. Okay, so this is the use of, this is the significance of break. I will give you after this. Just take the screenshot. Okay, I am going to erase and writing the significance of break. So here I am going to use of break in switch statement. What is the use of break? So actually break is used in switch statement to terminate the execution of statements. Terminate means to exit from the execution. To terminate the execution of statements after the matching case, not before the matching case, after the matching case. We will see one more example to explain this concept. Okay. Here is the question, write a program to print day name as per day number. This question have been already discussed using if else statement, and we have assumed that Sunday is the first day. We will do the same program here. Then suppose here is variable I am not going to take the input because we have to get the concept of switch int I, and I has the value suppose 5 or suppose 2. First of all apply switch I. Case 1 system dot out dot println Sunday break. Case 2 system dot out dot println Monday break. Case 3 system dot out dot println Tuesday break. Case 4 system dot out dot println Wednesday break. Case 5 system dot out dot println Thursday break. Case 6 system dot out dot println Friday break. And case 7 SOPLN Saturday break. And finally after all these 7 days, rest days will be invalid day number. So default SOPLN invalid day number break. Now let's execute it. First of all, here is I equal to 10, the value of 2, the value of I equal to 2, it will jump to case 2, and after case 2 inside here this statement Monday will be executed, Monday will be printed, and then break will exit from the break, keep the control out of the switch. I told you what will happen if here is no break. I equal to 2, case 2 matched, come inside it, print Monday, and then again it will print Tuesday. Here is break, it will exit from the switch. What will happen if there is no break here? Then again start with I equal to 2, here is 2, case 2, not before it, case 2, it will come to case 2, Monday will be printed, no break found, again Tuesday will be printed without matching the case, just it will systematically go downward. Tuesday will be printed, no break found, again it will print Wednesday, here break found, it will come out of the switch statement. This is the use of break. If you give here break, it will stop execution of the further statement. This is the use of break. Getting my point? In this way we can use switch statements. These are the switch statements, so multiple programs can be used, but always remember we can't use here less than greater than type questions on behalf of switch statement. Okay, now in the next video we will discuss some theoretical sections of class 9, like what are tokens, what are character set, what are tokens, keywords and different types of tokens, and along with some conversions, like how to convert if else statement to conditional statement, how to convert conditional to if else statement, how if else is converted into switch statement, how the switch statement is converted into if else statement. All these type of questions we will do in the next video. Okay, thank you.